mic there.
Welcome to the BearThoughts podcast, everybody. We are missing a bear, so we will be joined by a Stealthy today. Just as soon as she verifies that we have audio. Do we have audio?
Yes.
Yes, we have audio. All right, we are good. We have audio and video. So, guys, just to let you know, Grumpy's been feeling under the weather for a couple of weeks, and
of course, I lost my drink over there.
So we're gonna have a sub from a Stealthy. She's gonna join me for this podcast.
Hellos.
And Grumpy, I hope you get to feeling better, my friend. I'm sure that it's rough, your asthma and all, kicking your butt with all the sickness. But with that being said, I'm going to show you something that should make you giggle, my friend. Look at what the Stealthy found for me. Yes, it is original. Yes, it will work. There you go. There you go. You heard the sound right there. Da 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 da. So.
He's saying nice hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you for the nice hair. Actually got some waves in it now because I took my braids out. I had them all week. They were very nice. Much less painful. As my wife does what she normally does and just drags me around.
Well, you like that. Don't even try to.
Pay no attention to the fiery bear in the left over here.
I know you did not just call me fiery bear.
Okay, so we got a couple of different topics to go over, a couple of things that we want to talk about. We want to kick off and see what the Stealthy has on top of her head to begin with.
I literally went blank other than the fact that I seen a tiny little Care Bear at Walmart.
A tiny little Care Bear.
Yeah, they did have a grumpy one.
Yeah, they had a grumpy.
They had a tiny grumpy one.
They had a bunch of different ones.
Like, when I say tiny, it's like maybe that tall.
But,
like keychains.
I got something we can get into. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the incident with the young one the other day.
Evening, Lord.
The incident with the young one the other day and what you did to correct the situation.
Oh, that poor baby. Oh, hopefully this sounds good for you guys. Jesus. Do we have to go into that?
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay. So, the little one has been, for the past couple weeks, driving me absolutely bonkers, asking me about whether or not we were going to a park that's nearby. And this is just a normal park. It's got swings, slides, all that stuff. And he's been begging. And I was like, look, I've got to talk with your dad because I need to make sure our schedule's aligned, that something's not up or anything like that. Because there's, for lack of a better term, a lot of shit happens really, really fast. So me and Corvo were talking about it and all that, you know, other projects, other plans that I hadn't gotten around to asking him. Plus, I had already told him prior that he needs to ask his dad about the park. Yeah, he never did that. Never. So, the next thing that we did was yesterday decided he was going to ask me again while I'm on the phone with his grandmother and had already discussed this with her since she's going to be watching them for us tomorrow while we go back to work for a moment so that we can get some stuff done. And she's like, yeah, I'll take him to the park, just bring us something to drink, something to eat, and we'll be good. So I'm talking to her over the phone because there was other stuff that she was discussing with me, and he's in the car, and he goes, Mom! I go, what? Mom! Look, child, I'm talking to your grandmother. Can you give me a few moments? Mom! It's a really important question. I'm like, God damn, what kind of important question has he got up his freaking ass?
Is he bleeding? Or is somebody else bleeding? Or
I'm like, ugh. Okay. Hold on a moment. Mama Corvo, just hold your horses. And she's like, okay. I turn around, I look at my child, because we're stopped at a red light, so no, I did not look away from the road, guys. I promise you, I did not do that. I look at him and go like, what's your important question? He goes, can we go to the park today? And I'm just...
super important.
Slow blink of what the hell did I just get hit with? And then the tirade of mommy rage and, for lack of a better term, I may or may not have lectured him to death for a moment. So he was not happy, and he, of course, started crying. So I told his grandmother I'd have to talk to her later, and ended a call on that. Dad called her later, and then we get home, and I explained to Corvo, because Corvo was wondering what happened, because he's, of course, still sniffling and sobbing. And he goes off to his room and stuff. So I explained to him what had happened. Corvo's like, well, what do we do to fix it? Or, adjust the situation. Because you can't just let that just, slide kind of a deal. Even with him being as young as he is. So we're like, how do we help him understand that he can't just do things like that? I was like, well, you notice that I did this with the eldest, where when we did his Disney trip, I had him help me get involved with the planning. And he quickly realized during the planning process, I am not built for this shit. I am not built for this shit at all. No, Mom. You know what? I'll tell you what I want to do. You plan it. I was like, cool. So you're not going to get mad at me if something doesn't go your way? Nope, not at all. Haven't heard a peep from him since about stuff. He'll ask us if we could do something, and then if we tell him, if you'll give us a moment, we'll work with you. He leaves it be. He has learned. But it took me putting him through the planning process. Well, I was like, well, we could do that with the little one and see how he does. And Corv was like, well, how is it going to work? And I'll let you go from there.
So at that point, she brings this child of 7 years of age to her computer and tells him, all right, start planning. What are we going to eat? How are we going to get there? What hotel are we staying at? Park are we going to? How are we getting from the hotel to the park? And he's just frantically trying to write down things. By the way, guys, potatoes. We're going to eat a lot of cheesy potatoes on this
We're going
trip.
to take, it's somewhere around here. We're going to bring 30 potatoes, 2 boxes of Hot Pockets, 18 pancakes.
He is very specific about the number of pancakes, by the way. Very specific.
Only him and his brother.
Only him and his brother got pancakes.
Oh my god.
Anyway, needless to say, by right before the end of this exercise, he was in tears, going, "No."
Well, let's be honest. I caused him to be in tears.
Yes, because she then tells him, "Wait, you haven't bought the tickets or got the hotel yet?"
Because I already canceled.
And he goes,
what I told him. I did not do it, guys.
He goes, "But
Promise.
you've already done that." And she said, "No, I canceled those. You've got to do it all now, and you better get on those tickets pretty quick because they go really fast." At this point, this child is in tears, guys. He is like, "Oh,
I did feel guilty.
My God,
I felt guilty.
What have I done?" Now, of course, we didn't. We didn't cancel
There's
the
no way in
tickets
hell
or
I
the
would've
hotel or
ruined-
anything
'cause
like
that'd
that.
ruined
But
a
he
lot of
thought
stuff.
we did, and he freaked out. But the point of the whole exercise is at the end of it, he pretty much said, "You know what? You do this, and I will be fine with whatever comes out of it." Because he legitimately realized that this, he said, "I can't do this. This is too much. I can't do it." And haven't heard a random thing out of him in a day or two, so I think he might have gotten
it's
the
not
message.
so much to stop the random shit. It's just to stop him from going, like, I want to go to there now.
Now,
Because that's the biggest issue with him, was he never understood why we couldn't just do it instantly. That was his biggest problem, was like, I want to do it instantly. And Grumpy, I understand the potatoes, trust me. But that's what he was saying, was we were all eating potatoes.
I like potatoes too, but that was pretty much all we were eating for 5 days. And yes,
until we talked
right.
to him like that. No, we can't just eat potatoes.
It wasn't even so much as he wanted the work without the fun. Wanted the fun without the work. It was more like he just didn't realize all the work that went into the fun.
Which was what I was trying to explain to you to begin with, because that's what happened with the eldest, and it's something that they don't always inherently know. Like, for example, Corvo, from what I understand, inherently knew that his parents had to work to do certain things. And understood. They haven't really wanted for much, so they don't see that struggle.
Right. Well, and to be honest, that is something we've worked towards. We didn't really want them to have to fight for a whole lot if we could help it.
But we forgot to remember to explain it.
We forgot to explain it to them. And Pestilence, you're right. There's nothing like a little bit of the adult world to teach a child a lesson. You're absolutely right.
But we did it in a way that was safe.
Now, on another topic, I want to talk to you about this whole Genshin banner situation. Okay. So first off, I think people are out of their friggin' minds when they're talking crap about Dia. I get that they have some grievances and stuff, but
they always fix it.
I enjoyed her gameplay.
Make the grievance, but don't just dismiss.
I enjoyed her gameplay. If anybody else has something they want to chime in, feel free, but I enjoyed her gameplay. I like her skill set. Yeah, it's a little janky that if you jump during her ult phase, it cancels it out, but that is something they're probably going to fix on the next patch. I mean,
how many issues did they end up with A to begin with? A and Yaimiko that they ended up having to give people back, or not give people back, but give people just primos.
Yeah, because
they had to go down long enough to be patched.
And now the juicy part that I want to get into is the struggle that is the Stealthy decision. Because Stealthy, guys, in case no one knows, has wanted Sino. Pretty sure she wouldn't mind having Dia.
No, well, I know Dia's going to be on a blue banner, so I'm okay with
but
skipping
she really
her now.
wants Sino. And then what's worse is on the second banner rolling around, they've put Shinha and Kamisato on there, and that's also the only banner you can get Mika off of. So she is having to decide, do I want to blow my chances at Mika to get a Sino, or am I going to pull on one of the others so that I can get a Mika? Mm-hmm. So what is it? Come on,
don't
Stealthy.
know. Honestly, I think I'm going to wait for Shinha. I think I am. Did I say this?
No, she says think, but she knows her hand will creep towards that button for Sino.
There's so many times where it has. It's not even funny. And it's a problem for me because I need a pole arm Electro. And
I agree, Grumpy. So. I love it when Genshin breaks stuff too because it's free primos.
So
you save up if you want him, yeah.
Who? So because that depends. Because Sino is right now. Sino's banner is right now with Dia. That's the core issue is that right now Sino's banner is up with Dia, and I currently have 50 saved up. But the thing is, if I mess up and I use all my wishes to pull on Sino, there is a very, very big chance I will not get Mika.
Well, babe, I don't think I have enough wishes.
Screw you and your wishes. I don't want to hear shit about
I gotta work on that. I only have 96 right now, plus the 23 in
Sneaky
pities.
boy, come around the what? Sneaky boy, come around the bin.
Snaky boy.
Oh yes,
yeah.
That he.
Baiju
will be mine. Baiju will be probably the one that breaks me. If anybody is going to break me out of being free to play, it's gonna be Baiju. Baiju's gonna do it. I'm not gonna lie, cause I want Baiju, man.
But
I really do.
I'm enjoying the new stuff. I find it funny that it seems like every time you think you know what you want, they throw up these banners and you're like...
Well, no. I did good on the last one because I was saving up for A. I literally pulled for A. And I got screwed out of it.
How'd you get screwed? What'd you get, baby?
Mona.
Okay. So, since we're on the topics of games...
Sissy got screwed out of it too because she got Mona too.
Our two lovely children, actually, the youngest had all A's and the oldest had A's and B's, so they got a little prize today that Grumpy would appreciate if he had been a kid and got as a prize for A's and B's. they got Nintendo DSs today.
Granted, they're not brand new.
They're not brand new. They are used, but
Because,
they got.
well, I mean, they don't really sell those.
They got Nintendo DSs today, and they each got a game apiece. So they are. The reason you don't hear them is they're down the hall doing their thing.
And on top of that, those DSs can play Game Boy Advances.
Yes.
So.
And Grumpy, I'm sorry this might make you feel a little jealous, but I got Demon Slayer for my Switch.
I did not get that to share with him at all.
Sorry, buddy. I'll let you know how good it is. And the switches are being repaired. Yep. Switches are being repaired.
There's actually a tracking code on it.
And there's a tracking number for them to be being shipped back. So, Grumpy, hold on. It shouldn't be too much longer, and you'll get this. You get to see a stream of the game she won off of your raffle, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's kind of comical.
I'm going to buy me the very, very expensive one with the Pikachu and the Eevee.
Now, this is gonna be really funny. Stealthy, what have you been playing on your DS at night?
I have been playing Spirit Tracks.
And what is one of your favorite phrases that has come out of this game?
Okay, so right now, spoiler alert. Don't want to hear shit. It's a spoiler alert right now for Spirit Tracks in case you've never played the game. Considering that it's been out a while, if you haven't played the game, technically it shouldn't be, but whatever. I haven't played it, so I didn't know. When you're playing the game, this game is basically for your Link is a engineer. He is a train conductor, for lack of a better term. And you basically go from place to place on the train. So from temple to temple, that is how you get across. It's your Epona, for lack of a better term. Now, to begin with, to start the whole sequence off, it's kind of like Ocarina, where you have to meet Zelda at the very beginning. You go to meet Zelda because she's the one that's going to give you your engineer certificate. You meet her and she tells you, hey, sneak around, come back. We got things to talk about. And you're going like, what kind of things we talk about? They both showed an interest in each other. We're going to leave that alone.
That made the phrase mean a whole different thing in my mind.
Thank you. Anyway, you go up to her room. You're going to stop drinking
I'm
at this
going to put
point.
my drink down at this point.
So you go up there to her room and you discuss stuff, and she's like, look, I know something funky's going on with the Spirit Tracks because they're starting to disappear, which is kind of weird. Train tracks just into midair. She's like, I want you to help me go investigate. And we're like, okay, cool, shoot, sure, why not? She's like, problem is that,
Shoe? Really?
I didn't mean to say shoe.
Shoe?
She goes, sure. Problem is that with that outfit on, you ain't getting nowhere. You need to put this on. And of course you get the legendary hero outfit, but they call it a soldier outfit right now. So you take that, you help her sneak out of the palace. You find your guy.
So Daddy's already pissed off. Not only did you come to the castle, but you've snuck into the daughter's room.
Daddy's not nowhere near.
Gosh, you're not getting my point. And now you're sneaking her out of the castle. I mean, the innuendos.
I know.
Seriously, I mean, it's almost like a dude with no hair and white eyebrows wrote it. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
On that note, leave it alone. We basically sneak out to our train where our mentor is there, and he's like, why is she here? She's not supposed to be here. What the fuck? And you're like, she wants to check out the Spirit Tower. Because she's kind of nervous about certain things. She just wants to personally check it out. He's like, okay, fine. I'll guard her then in the meantime. And she was surprised because there's other stuff about that, but we're going to leave it alone. So, not too many spoilers. We go off to the Spirit Tower, and the Spirit Track underneath us disappears. Now, this is important because of the fact that when it disappears, our little train blows up. we no longer have to train. And the bad guys appear, and one of them you recognize, and if you play the game, you'll understand what I'm saying. And they basically, they don't kill Zelda. They kind of just push her spirit out of her body. So now she's astral projected outside of her body, and she doesn't realize it. So they take her body because they need it. You find this out later. They need her body.
They need a princess's body. Yeah,
they need a princess's body, so they take her body away because only her body can hold certain things. We're not going there. So,
Bestie, check out the spirit tower, right, Link? It's time for repopulation.
We did find out too, or figured out that this is after Wind Waker.
Yes, this most definitely comes after Wind Waker.
So we go back to the castle with our mentor because we may or may not have gotten hurt in the process. And we realize that we see the princess's spirit, and we can hear her. Whereas nobody else can for some freaking reason that we still haven't figured out yet. But we can see her, and certain people can see her as well. So, we follow her sobbing spirit up to her room, and she realizes we can see her. And she's like, we gotta do something. So, y'all take your little asses back over towards the spirit tower now, since the bad guys are no longer within sight. Your mentor is still laying in the hospital, trying not to die. So you trot your little butts off to the spirit tower, and you find this, what Princess Zelda calls a sage, but she doesn't call herself that. And she obviously can see Princess Zelda, which is really funny. Well, Sage Lady gives us a download on what's going on. And Zelda is not happy about what's about to happen to her body. So she goes, what? They're gonna do what to my body? Oh, hell no. She turns around, looks at Link, and goes, you will get my body back. And, like, her eyes and everything, it's funny as hell because it turns so creepy.
My body!
My body! You've gotta save my body! She's freaking out. And your character, Link's just standing there like, bro, what did I do? I did nothing but bring you to where you wanted. Why am I getting yelled at? And the lady's like, just letting you know, he can't do it by himself. And she goes, oh my gosh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You should probably have somebody help you, but your mentor, he's in the hospital. Well, what about you, Sage? She's like, I can't. Didn't you not just hear what I just told you about what I'm doing right here? She's like, but who? Because I don't know anybody else. She's like, honey dunny, you're going to have to do it. She's like, but I'm a spirit. How am I supposed to help? And she's like, you're going to have to figure it out. And that's as far as I'm going to let you guys know because I ain't going to tell the whole story. But,
alright.
Yeah, she's not happy about her body.
I got some good stuff. So, Grumpy, you'll like this. You remember
Grumpy says that was some anime stuff, taking her body from...
Yeah.
Taking her soul from her body.
Anyway, you'll like this, Grumpy. You remember we were talking about the situation at work? And how we were saying... certain ones wouldn't stay very long if certain conditions were met. How about we didn't even get moved into the room and one of them has already resigned? Yeah.
Oh, and I get to tell him about the stalker situation.
Oh boy. So anyway,
I'll tell you that in a
yeah, I found out last Friday that one of them had already come in and seen HR and resigned, Grumpy. And nobody else knew about it until Tuesday. I knew ahead of time because, well, I got friends in low places.
Low places or high places?
High and low. Some in the middle. But anyway, I thought you would find that funny, as well as I have now completed the course for the training I have to do. I take the cert exam this upcoming Friday. So.
Alright, hold up. So Lord says, I know the game, it was a cute story. Yeah, we completely just sexualized it in like 5 seconds flat. Apologies. And then Grumpy said, of course, to the resigning. Mm-hmm. And then Lord says, so you're not even locked in an office yet. Well, they resigned prior, but he is currently technically
I am in the office, though.
In the office.
I am in the office now.
They just haven't locked the door because they haven't.
I found out
they don't have the security system yet.
Well, they can't lock the door during the day. The rules are the door cannot be shut during office hours unless a meeting's being held or a phone call is being made, like a virtual.
But I
meeting.
noticed that they don't have the little pad up yet.
They were supposed to be there Friday. I mean, this week, but they never showed up. But the rule is the door only gets shut for those 2 occasions during office hours or at night when we go home. That's it. So I found it funny that I found out that the 2 desks against the wall are considered hotel guests because the 2 people that normally sit at them are only in the office 1 day out of the week, and the other desk is only occupied 2 days out of the week. I am literally the only person required to be in this room 5 days a week, so I was told in my office. And so the funny thing is the CEO stops by and goes, I want to move in here with you. I go, huh? He's like, your office is bigger than mine now. I was like, I'm sharing it with everybody. He goes, right. Everybody that's not in here, right? I'm like, so it's been known, and then me being the jerk that I'm being, there is a tag outside the door that says IT department.
Oh,
so
all of them are gone from the windows now.
I walked by and stuck my name tag because there's not a plate up yet to put it in on top of that, so it's literally said Corvo Ninja IT department. Well, I was out Monday because I was getting my hair done, seeing my doctor, having a midday, all that good stuff. But they took my name tag down.
Along with almost all the ones.
What's hilarious is a couple of days later, the email comes out stating that those nameplates have to be visible so that all the new employees can easily find and access the resources from the company. To which I immediately got up from my chair, walked over and stuck my nameplate right back where it was. And I'm waiting for one of them to take it down so I can go, oh, the email says different. I'm sorry, you got to put that back up there because,
Technically, their nameplates need to be up in the windows again.
Ain't nobody can see them up there. They're going to make them move them down there.
I can see it.
Most people can't. Most people don't.
I'm sorry, they're short.
But anyway, so yeah, I have a giant. Oh, as a matter of fact, shit, my office at work is bigger than this entire office.
Yep.
It's huge.
Mhm.
I have big office, little bitty desk.
Grump says, I wonder who removed it.
Oh, I'm almost positive that we both know who did it. Stop chuckling, no eyebrows. I know you are.
We all know who did it. Everybody else. And the only person that's brave enough to try to even take his down is his boss.
Who is on vacation until Tuesday?
Now, speaking about his boss, the smile on my face should tell you everything about that one. Speaking about his boss, yeah, he got reported to HR.
Ooh, we could talk about the other thing too.
Oh, okay, we'll do in a minute. So, I'm not, let's put it this way, this last incident was not the first time I've run into his boss. In fact, it's not the second, third, or even fourth time. The first time I ever met this man was bringing this one breakfast in the morning because he had requested so for him and his friends.
I like food.
So I have the vehicle. I drive up, park, and I'm eating my food that I had ordered because I said, hey, if I'm going to get them food, I'm going to get myself food. End of story. I am not going to do something without a reward. My reward was the food. So I'm sitting there, I'm chomping away. I've already let him know that I'm out there. And somehow or another, it got back to his boss that I was sitting outside. Don't know who told him, because I know darn well that this one ain't going to tell him. So I see him coming across the parking lot. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's coming in to get his breakfast. And then I notice another person comes out behind him, and he's, like, not running, but he's about to be. And he's hurrying his little butt to get past Corvo. Now, I don't know who he's going to. All I know is that I see this man come out, and he's moving at a relatively quick speed towards my vehicle. So I'm like, oh, he's probably just going to go right behind my vehicle to somebody, to fuss or whatever it is that he's going to do. No, this man comes up to my window. And I'm looking at him at this point. I'm like, what the hell? I'm still eating it because I'm that stupid, you know. I'm just going to eat my food. He knocks on my window. I'm like, oh, am I in trouble? Because I'm in the visitor's parking spot because, well, I don't work there at that point. I haven't worked there. And I lowered the window and he's like, hi, I'm Corvo Ninja's boss. Corvo Ninja's boss. And I'm like, hi? Like, what the hell do you want? He's like, so I hear you speak Spanish. Yeah. About that point, Corvo gets up to me, and he's like, can I have my food? I'm like, yeah, sure. Reach over, grab his food, hand it over. He's like, thank you. See you back inside, boss? Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm just like, the fuck do you need a minute for? Oh, you know, and he's like, so, what are you doing? Do you actually speak Spanish? I'm like, sí, ahora mismo estoy comiendo. Y me quiero ir porque tengo cosas que hacer. Basically, I told him, yes, I do. And I'm currently eating, and I have things to do, so I'm leaving. He's like, okay, see you later. Walks away. And the entire time I'm going, the hell just happened? Like, I know that I can be stupid. I'm not gonna lie. I know I can be stupid. But even that was blowing my mind, and I was just like, the hell? So, that was like first run-in. Now, the next few times, he literally, for some odd reason, whenever he sees me in the vehicle, whether I'm picking
that
up,
man's stupid. You're absolutely right.
whenever I'm picking him up or dropping him off, he would always come outside really fast and then go back inside. Or head to his vehicle and leave. So I'm at this point going like, weird, go away. I have no interest in you. You are of no interest to me. I am sorry. I have no interest in getting to know you. Corvo has not told me to get to know you. And honestly, you creeped me out the first time. So, no thank you. I really don't want to talk to you. What would you say, the third or fourth time?
Fourth.
So, the fourth time that I meet this man, he opens my car door. I'm looking outside that way. I have left it open so that he can just pop in and we can leave. Because it's time for him to get off. I'm looking out the window. He pops into the car, and I go to turn my head and go, ha. And I reach down. And had to release the weapon in my hand. Because it was not Corvo in the car. It was him. To which, I was less than ecstatic, as you can tell, about. And he says, hi, I can let Corvo know that you're here and, you know, that you're waiting on him. I'm like, he already knows, and get out of my car. So he, still smiling like he doesn't click in his head that he got knifed, that, yeah, I'm gonna go tell Corvo. I'm gonna go tell Corvo that his wife's outside. To which Corvo's like, yeah, he told me that you were out here. I was like, I know. He jumped in the car. He what? And by then I had already started driving off because I know my husband.
You should have let me handle it then.
We did not know that technically we could have reported that to HR. We found out later. This now leads up to the last incident recently, which was last week. Your girl Stealthy has finally got that job and has been working there for 2 months. And Stealthy's like, I've seen him maybe once or twice, have not run into him. He has not realized that I'm there. All he knows is I work there, but he has not seen me. If you understand my meaning. So all's good that ends good, right? Or so I thought. Yeah, my luck ran out today, last week. That Tuesday, because I had seen him in the new office and stuff, and I had let Corvo know, and Corvo was finding certain things funny that I told him. I go by, I see he's still in the same position, and I'm like, ha, you're still stuck there because you still don't have a desk. And he spots me. And I'm like, okay. Oh, no, that was Monday, excuse me. Not Tuesday. So, because Monday you were out. So, I'm like, okay, well, since I'm headed to the restroom, ain't no way he's going to follow me to the restroom. So, I go off to the restroom. Now, this is the important component of the story. There are 3 paths to my desk that I can take. 2 of the paths intersect, so technically it's more like one path. It's just that there's 2 different ways that you can get to the remaining portion. The last path, you have to have safety goggles, and you have to have steel-toe boots. Your girl had steel toes, no safety goggles. So I go to the restroom, come back out, and I'm headed back. I turn the corner around what used to be Corvo's desk to spot his boss leaned up against the wall, messing with his phone. Now, I am in my head thinking, what should I do? I really don't want to run across this man.
I'm at lunch at this point, in case anybody's wondering where I'm at.
Well, you're at home.
Yeah, I'm at lunch.
Or you're about to go to the doctor's office.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was on my wellness day. Yeah.
So I'm just chilling, and I'm just like, well, I've got 2 options. Neither option's going to work because I don't have my safety. The 2 options I can't do because he's literally in the intersection of both paths. The only path available to me is to go through the other one, and I don't have safety glasses. And I'm not going to go bother somebody else just for a moment, just to get safety glasses to avoid this man. So I'm like, if I just walk, and walk briskly, I should get past him, no problem. Say hi, be polite, no problem, nobody gets reported, nothing, we're being civil. So I walk past. Or I'm about to. And he notices that I'm coming up. I go, and he goes, hey! I'm like, hi. Keep walking. He goes, so, I don't know if you remember me. Trotting after me at this point. But I'm Corvo's boss. Yes. I know. Keep walking. Oh, I wasn't sure if you'd remembered. Well, you must be Stealthy. You have blue hair. Yes. I know.
I agree. He is hitting all the creep levels.
Well, just so you know, your husband's doing a great job at work. So I've heard. Yes, I know. In my head, I'm going, why are you reporting on my husband's work to me? Who's in a completely different department? This makes no sense. So I continue walking. Well, I just wanted to see how he was doing. He's good. Well, how are you enjoying working here? It's good. I see that you haven't quit yet. They must be treating you okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I am now at the top of my steps. Understand that in order to get to my desk, you have to go up a flight of stairs. I am now at the top of the steps. Well, have they been treating you good? Yes! They have! And I'm thinking, please don't let him come to my desk, because I don't think I can tolerate him being in my cubicle. I get to where because the way it's laid out, my boss's cubicle's here. My coworker who just started with me is here, and then my desk is right here past my boss's cubicle. I cross the line between their two cubicles, and it's like a light switch turned on, and he realized, oh shit, I'm upstairs. He stops, freezes, turns away, walks to one of my other coworkers and goes like, hi, and then leaves. He literally followed me upstairs, almost to my cubicle, just to try to talk to me. So I took my little happy butt and went over to HR with it. Because, yeah, you don't wait on your employee's wife to come down the hallway to talk to them.
And then proceed to follow them back
to
their cubicle.
But continue.
On that note, we have this is the first.
He told him too. He told him that he did that to me.
This is the first of 2 incidents that's happened this week.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had another guy who was in our break room. Now, understand that we have designated smoking / vaping spots at work.
I'm sorry.
He's standing in the break room in the building with an HR representative directly beside him and goes, to which the HR representative goes, wait, did you just vape? Yeah. You're not supposed to do that in here. Especially in front of me, I'm an HR representative. To which he replies to this HR representative, I don't give a fuck who you are. And walks away.
And does it again.
And does it again as he's walking away. Well, she goes and tells the appropriate men in the HR department. Because, I mean, this guy's a relatively big guy and she's not a very big person. So they go and confront him and put him on suspension until Monday and tell him if he thinks he can follow the rules come Monday, he can come back to work. So we're thinking all is well. Well, a little bit later, news gets to me that this same fellow is sitting in the parking lot after being told he's suspended, walking in circles around his vehicle.
Driving.
No, he was walking.
Well, he was driving originally.
So, I am not going to let this HR girl walk into a situation that could potentially be bad for her. Plus, I consider her a friend. So, I go and pull her to the side and tell her, hey, you might want to have someone go check on the situation. And you could legitimately see the worry and concern in her face. So, she goes down and she tells him.
When we say she's little... Okay, I am this tall, okay? I am about 5'8". She comes up to my shoulder. At most. Not very
Anyway, so they proceed to go out to the parking lot to ask him what's going on, and they find out that this boy is hiding out in the parking lot. Supposedly, to keep his mother from knowing he's not at work. Because he is just out of high school
and has done things already
and has already messed his budget up a couple of times. So his mom has taken control of his budget, and he doesn't want her to know that he's been suspended.
I still want to know how she's gonna pull that one off, considering that he doesn't make any money on the days that he's suspended.
It has been a very interesting week at the occupation to which Corvo and Stealthy work.
Well, now we can say that me and you were, because we were not able to say that.
It was a really weird week. So between training, getting ready for the exam, HR problems, stalker issues.
Oh, you haven't talked about your training.
Oh God, let's not, please.
You started it.
Okay, so I want you guys to think of common words that you know.
Hang on. Slorpest said that earlier. Grumpy says, I'm confused. Is that boy the boss, or was it someone
He was someone else.
walking around the parking lot?
It was somebody else. It was the two
guy that
incidences
got in trouble was the one walking around in the parking lot. His boss, I don't even know if they've done it yet.
If they did, he's doing really. That would explain why he kissed my ass for almost a week. But anyway,
he better
the
kiss
point
your ass.
is that think of common words, things that you use daily. Pestilence, you should be able to get this. Think of technological words that you think of daily. Now think of me making up a totally different definition for that word, and you have to learn it to get this certification. That is what I've been doing. I am literally cramming for a vocabulary test of words that I already know, but they decided to give different definitions to.
Do you want to give them the definition I gave it?
Stupid. This is stupid, is what she said.
No, I call it the common sense course, but with fancy schmancy words.
Alright, now let me give you an example. This is going to really be fun.
That's basically what it is.
So Stealthy has not read the material. She hasn't done the courses. She's done nothing to do with this course. I sat down and took a practice exam the other day. She sat beside me, wrote what she would have answered if she was taking the practice exam. Every time she has taken this practice exam, she has made a score high enough to get the cert herself.
I'm proud of myself.
So
for what? I'm not sure.
I am trying to understand. Here, Stealthy, Pestilence, here you go. I tell. That should be enough for you. I tell.
I tell on you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It is probably the most boring, asinine shit I have done the entirety of my IT career.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, yep, there you go. That's a man that knows exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, dear God explains it completely. So, yeah. Your boy has to take an ITEL certification exam this upcoming Friday. Not today, next Friday.
And then I made a terrible joke to my boss that since he's taking the test and I'm helping him study, I might as well take it myself.
Which I would happily pay for just to have it hanging in your cube.
I don't want him in my cube, though.
I want
it would require him to find my cube.
Not even if I'm the one, if he's following me, so like a buffer. I just want to see his face when he realizes that he's not the only person in the world smart enough to get an ITEL certification.
You know, what'd be worse is if I got 100.
Oh God, you know what? That would get you a week of every day.
You're driving a hard bargain on that because I really don't want to deal with your boss.
Like I said. Anyway, but
Your
yeah,
boss
I
is
mean,
creepy.
it is ridiculous. I mean,
he's married. I have no idea why he's hanging around me.
Because you're tall.
Yeah, and obviously I intimidate him, which makes no sense.
So, Grumpy, think about this. Imagine.
You're gonna have to tell him about that.
Imagine that the word streaming, you know what that means. You know what it is, right? You got that, because you do it a lot, so do I, so does Stealthy.
I'm sure if it comes with a pay raise, none would complain.
No.
I don't think that would do a pay raise
Actually,
for me.
I had a conversation with Jess, and we were trying to talk some things out.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, but the point of this whole thing is that you got streaming in your mind, you know what streaming is. Now, I'm going to create a definition of streaming that says streaming...
Viewing.
Yeah, streaming is...
You're creating a viewing content for people.
Yeah. And it's that's the definition they want, not what we would commonly say.
Even though technically both apply.
Any other answer other than theirs is wrong, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, man? And on a download subject, apparently my printing figurines has created a network of underground print orders at work. That I
it's
have.
A black market.
It's a black market. It's legit. I mean, like, they are sliding me notes and shit like it's on the down low.
Oh, did you read about there shouldn't be that many personal items in your cubicle stuff?
Uh-huh.
I'm not taking my stuffies home.
Man, I'm gonna that's why I want you to buff that fucking hand and shit out. I want it on my desk as soon as possible.
I have so many, like, I've had at least one person go into my cube now and ask to hold one. And that was, you know who.
Mm-hmm. But it's ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous. I don't know how to feel about... Hang on. Wait a minute. I don't give a fuck who you are. What the fuck? That's an HR rep. Are you blind?
Streaming, and they probably describe it as the transmission of data via user interface to which can be easy viewed and
yep. That's it, Pesty. That's exactly the kind of shit they would say.
Exactly what we're talking about.
That's exactly the kind of shit they would say. Like, users.
They're so stupid.
Users are people that consume services. Huh? Oh, you mean the people that are using the thing? They're users? Fuck, I didn't know that. All these years of, going to the user to fix their issues, never would have figured out that the user was the people that consume the fucking service that I'm giving. Seriously, people! We need a whole certification for this shit?
Or as your friend said, it's just a big old loop. Because the people that want you to take the certifications are the ones who created it.
Yep. The people that create the certifications and require you to have the certifications are the same people to get paid for you taking the certifications. It's just a fucking monopoly. And you're just like, really? Really? There are so many other things that I could do with my time right now that is much more valuable. Oh, what gets better is I found out that the 2 training courses for next year are literally, this for me, I have to take a certification on computer hardware and a certification on software, guys.
Lord says, what the fuck? Why take common sense and blow it out of proportion?
I know. And I mean, I gotta do hardware and software. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, guys. I've only been doing it for 12 years. Have absolutely no clue what a fucking processor is. I couldn't tell you how to install a piece of software. None. Blank. Gotta take this so I can understand my job, 12 years later. The fuck?
Hey. Remember, it's all good. All you gotta do is study and get higher than, what was it, a 90?
90.
Just get higher than a 90. Your boss will have to bow down and kiss your ass.
It's fine.
Granted, you don't want your ass getting kissed by him, but still.
No, I would love for him to pucker up, put his face real close right after I've eaten some chili.
Nah, you just need to, like,
some
shake a little bit so that he gets a splat from something else.
Maybe some baked beans, maybe some fish that's been in a little bit older oil. Just let it just marinate and just boom.
He's a stinky man. Just letting you know, he can be very stinky.
Yes. But it's day in, day out bullshit.
Oh, you should tell him exactly what your boss said about me after the incident. When he was telling you about me.
Oh! By the way, Stealthy is not very communicative. She doesn't like to talk that much. She doesn't talk to people. She's hard to get going talking and very stoic.
Very tall. I am very tall. I'm very intimidating. I scare people. Scare a lot of people. I did hardware can't upgrade last year to keep up with the new tech, and a security Cisco upgrade just to keep my license 6 months ago.
I know, it's bullshit.
And then Grumpy, it's almost like people that has learned this firsthand want some to pay them to have. Yeah, that's why I hate fucking papers. Because I can't ever prove that I know the shit I know.
It's ridiculous. It is so stupid. I'm like, are you guys for real? And they're like, but look at it this way. When you get ITIL certified, it's for life. I don't give a fuck. Listen, man. If I need a course to teach me how to do a job that I've been doing since day one, then we have issues at this point.
Grumpy says someday I'll be certified to be a human.
I agree. Right after they pull our brains out and stick them in some autonomous robot body that they call human.
I have a question, though. Since it was something that your boss said. And maybe you guys can answer this question for me. How do you come up with, you don't think someone is that tall from when you first meet them? If they're sitting down. I want to understand that.
Yeah, he didn't think you were that tall.
Because, no, that's not what I mean. Like, just because you see someone sitting down, you should not then have a preconceived notion of how tall they are because you haven't seen it.
But just
at least logically to me.
Just look at Rollover. He's 6'5", and they gave him a desk with a 30-inch clearance to pack his fucking legs in.
Poor baby. But my point is like, you can't judge somebody on how tall they are by when you see them when they're sitting, or how, you know, when they're sitting, where their knees and stuff fall. You can't do that until they do it. So why is there a preconceived notion? That's what I would like to know.
People judge everything.
Well, yeah.
We're judgmental
yes.
creatures, so we naturally look at somebody and go,
why
oh, they're
on,
only this tall.
Height and shit, that makes no sense. Like, why are you gonna judge people on height?
I know, right?
It makes no sense to
I
me.
mean, if they judged me on height, I'd be shit out of luck.
If they judged you on height, they'd be wondering how the hell you landed with me.
They already do that anyway. So. But apparently, some of the girls were telling me today after seeing my hair the way it was, they understand.
It's majestic and flowing. I know.
Dude, that was a freaky text. Like, I got a random message today in my IM from a person I will not disclose that goes, you look so majestic right now. I'm like, the fuck, I look like a deer loping or something? I mean, what the fuck?
Majestic.
Oh, it made me want to reach up and go, oh, baby. Oh. You know, pull off of one of those fucking, one of those paperback covers.
Wait. We got the hang on. We got this. Hang on. We're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna do this.
You know, it's like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm majestic. Okay. I cannot believe it's not butter. There you go. That's exactly who I was talking about.
But, oh my god, it was beautiful. It really was. The whole, I'm majestic. I was like...
like I said, cover of an erotic novel. Yeah, baby. The majestic IT guy. You know you want it. You know.
You know you want it. I got it, baby.
You know, like, what the hell?
Oh my god. It was beautiful, though.
I can't believe we're gonna end on Majestic. Thanks, sweetie. Everybody's gonna go home and go, somebody called that ugly redneck Majestic? Damn, I must be hot.
Well, I mean, you could always talk about, you know, Crimson Stealth's birthday. If you wanted to.
That's not. That was kind of a train wreck in some places.
It was a big train.
Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining.
We'll save that for next one.
And
we'll tell Grumpy about it, and Grumpy can tell you.
If you liked the video, hit the like. If you got a comment, leave a comment.
If you want to try to bite our heads off, good luck.
If you're looking for a Grumpy, him sicky.
No, I'm Grumpy right now. I'm the pretty Grumpy. Look, we have boobs and everything for you now.
So, damn, Grumpet got an upgrade.
No, Grumpet's got bigger ones.
No joke. Damn, Grump, what the hell was you looking at when you drew that? Jesus.
Anyways, guys, thank you for coming. We'll see you next time.
Y'all have
Take
a good
care.
night. Have a good life. Bye-bye, y'all.